guys, so I'm going to try and do this so that y'all can see it. These are my little tiny Virginias, and this is my yellow Orinoco's. They are just now starting to come out a little bit. Okay, so I'm not going to deal with the Orinoco's yet because they haven't quite started, but the Virginias I'm going to try and work with. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them transferred over before they really take root. So I'm going to try this with individuals because each one should sprout roughly in roundabouts 10. And that's the way I'm going to do it. Wife tried to kill my tomatoes. They're not doing so hot. But I've already replanted next to them in hopes that they'll be salvageable. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and I'm going to lean it up a little bit. You know what? Give me just a second. I want to see if I can try something here. Alright. That actually looks like it's going to hold up. Lucky me. Alright, so I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear this, but I'm going to do my best. We're going to shoot for an adapt and overcome type situation. So I talked about them last night. These are what I'm going to use. Take my bag of seedling mix here. Get her cut open. Do this right down below here so as to make it as little mess as possible, which I do not feel that I will be successful in. Ooh, it's already moist. Isn't that nice? Oh, that's annoying. Now it's gone. Okay. Give her a little pack. Tamp it down just like I would the bowl of a pipe here. Now, it's been my experience, you don't want to do anything dry when you're dealing with seedlings. I mean, yes, there's moisture in this seed starter soil, but I don't feel comfortable with it being quite enough. So, I'm going to water this before I even start plucking. And I'm going to be using the gentlest of care trying to pluck these. A little bit more. And in case you were wondering, this right here, this underneath, it's a heating mat. My basement's only at about 55 degrees right now, but the area around this mat here is about 70. So it does retard the development of the plants a little bit, but as long as you're keeping the roots warm, they'll keep trucking. So take that, set it right here. Take my water. And we're going to water from the bottom. Always water from the bottom. Have a little bit of a spill there. Hopefully this stuff soaks up. Oh, of course, it just came right out the bottom of the egg carton. Go figure. But, whatever. It'll all moisten up at some point, right? So maybe I won't just water from the bottom. I'll have to go from the top a little bit. Which is fine too. Alright, so we've got our moist. Oops, missed one. Now, the reason I'm not worried about the moisture coming, or the water coming out the bottom here, is because got the old tray underneath it, and as that warms up, it'll act like a humidifier for the rest of the tobacco, or for the rest of the egg cartons and all that stuff. So it'll help keep it moist longer through the already wet egg carton, which is a good deal. So I'll give her a little tamp there. Dirty fingers. Now, ever so lightly, I shall pluck and play. So, just barely enough to get a hold of her here. Ta-da. And I will take that little guy. And she actually just stuck to the tweezers. These things are so remarkably small that they actually just stick to the tweezers. They're standing straight up in there. I'll get a close-up of this here in just a moment. But we're going for our healthiest ones here. No, not necessarily our healthiest ones, but the ones that look like they'll be the easiest to get. So, I can't believe that. They're just standing up there. Of course, the seeds are so small. Shouldn't be all that surprised. I'm not actually even having to pinch these. They're just coming right up. I'm just laying them right there on top. Like it was nothing. This one's looking like it might want to be a pain in the butt. But you get the bottom of it, and you get a little bit of dirt around it, and they literally just pull themselves up. It's like the roots are these tiny little hairs that are just sticking out on the bottom. This is ridiculous. I can just ever so gently grab the roots, and it's just a plug and play from here. To give you an idea of how small these things are, this one was just tipped over by a hair. Literally a hair. Come on, little guy. Now, if these guys fail to take off, I haven't really lost all that much because I'm leaving behind several in every one of these things. Like this one here on the end that I'm picking out of right now had 8 in there. So we're not even scratching the surface of this fiasco. This guy here. This will be interesting. There you go. He's kind of a big fella. Right there. Oh, yeah. And then, let's see. This guy's kind of laying over, so I will save him from himself. Alright, so now I believe I have conducted like the smallest transplant of all time. But that's okay, because now I just doubled my Virginias. So one thing you're going to want to make sure you do, you want to keep your labels out and about. You don't want to lose your labels. So we've got that. I'm going to grab the old camera here. Okay. So take a look at what I just did. Individuals in each one. Alright, this is an egg carton. These things are tiny. Can't even begin to describe how tiny they are. This is a paper clip. And when I say a paper clip, I'm talking a little paper clip. Alright, I can't even see the seeds anymore. It's almost like they never even existed. But each one of these guys has their own home now. This is the one that was offset by the hair. This one right here. Crazy. And then, of course, there's still plenty left in the original packaging. Alright, and very soon we'll have these guys coming up. They've already, you can't really see it, except like, it's not going to focus right. See that little white spot on this one? That's actually the roots starting to break loose. So these guys aren't far from it. So anyways, that is my first attempt at a transplant, and I'll be letting you guys know how it goes from there. And I really hope my poor dying tomatoes make it. Until next time, y'all take it easy.